I think we have something to occupy his attention now. So good morning. I am just coming out of the yoga village. I stayed later after sadhana to complete some of my practice the rest of my practice. And because I was speaking with one of our new desk personnel. She's a lovely lady. Her name is Samantha, and that was just super sweet because we get to know these amazing people who come to work here. And you will too if you come over here and join me for one of my workshops, whether it's today or maybe even a class every Sunday at 4 o'clock when I'm teaching. So yeah, and then we'll be having more workshops coming up in August and July maybe even. Stay tuned, we'll let you know. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go home. I'm actually going to take a nap because I didn't get to sleep till late again, but much earlier than the past. I got a lot accomplished. I'm really happy. Yesterday was a very productive day. So I'm going to go home, take a nap, get the paperwork and everything sorted and arranged and prepared, and head back here to Yoga Village. I will be here probably at least an hour beforehand, and looking forward to greeting and meeting our RawKin Radstars, especially those who may show up just last minute, because that's what it's about. You just do it when you feel inspired. So, inspired living, that's what life is about. And even if you don't make it to something or you have intentions to do something, don't beat yourself up. You know, one of the themes that's come in today is patience and how it's so easy for us to get into a mode of guilt. I feel guilty because I didn't get all that stuff accomplished, or shaming ourselves. And then we wonder why other people do it to us. It's because we start from within and we draw that attention to us. If you're somebody who is constantly engaged in beating yourself up in your mind, then what do you think people are going to do to you as well? You draw on that same energy. And so if you've ever heard the story of the tribe, and I can't recall exactly which one, there's a tribe out there, these exist, I'm sure there's more than one, that when some member of the tribe does something that is unkind, unnecessary, or just makes mistakes, instead of shaming them, blaming them, or making them feel guilty, they place them in a circle in the center, and I gather around them individually, and they tell them everything that's right about them, everything that's beautiful about them, how much they love that person. They build them up. They don't tear them down. And this is something we can all learn from and really need to work on cultivating and harvesting, because the reality is nobody deserves to feel badly for anything. Shame and guilt were actually utilized in the past for learning lessons, but not to hold on to them and to keep people small. We're here to build up one another. We're here to support one another. Don't allow the old patterns to drag you back on into a place where, you know, I can use my dad as an example, for example, or when I was growing up and, you know, they didn't speak as kindly because of the impatience he had with himself. And sometimes he's still like that. And instead of saying, I'm sorry, because that's humbling and takes a lot of vulnerability and courage, it's more like, you'll thank me one day for this. You know, like treating you poorly doesn't excuse, treating others poorly, it doesn't excuse the form of the behavior. But yet, at the same time, it's not about saying you're right or you're wrong to a person. It's just having compassion, because again, patience starts with self, and the only way we can turn around and hold a person in a higher regard is if we ourselves are willing to step up, and instead of blaming and shaming others, to just hold them sacred and loving. all that matters is that person sees the lesson and the blessing and maybe the mistakes they've made. But mistakes aren't the end-all game. They don't make or break you. Mistakes are just parts of your experience. And are they really a mistake? I think we all need to reflect. Is it really a mistake? Because there's divine timing in everything. Everything works out and happens for a reason. A mistake is a breakthrough. A breakdown is a breakthrough. It's all leading you where you're going. And you're going forward even when you think you're falling back. Growth is progressive. It's moment to moment. It's not zigzag forward, zigzag back. It's not 10 steps forward and 50 steps back. The reality is we're constantly evolving and growing. And to get stuck in old patterns and belief systems just makes it that much more difficult, more painful, and that's why we suffer. So reflect upon whether or not this monkey mind of yours, I know I do, is being kind to you. Because that will tell you why others may be unkind to you as well. And maybe you even assume people even being unkind to you when they're not. It's just where your stories come in. Just some love nuggets. All right, I just got home, and this is what I'm dealing with. Buddy's leaving little nuggets, and it's definitely not because I'm not checking and letting him out. I let him out at night, and last night it was after midnight when I let him out. I think it was about 1 a.m. So, animals feel a lot of shifts and changes, and he's going through his own behavioral issues because he's feeling neglected. He hasn't been getting his walks as much. I know he's just acting out, and if anybody has any recommendations, any suggestions, please let me know what you would do and how to handle this, because scolding them is not the answer. So I'm in the car now, and I have my packet together with all of the handouts for the workshop, and I'm super excited. I was noticing that Robin's already at the studio, and she's excited, and she took the bus and was taking lots of pictures, and to me it just lights my heart up if I touch just one person today. It's truly about it's not about me. This is really, I'm just a catalyst, and all I am is there to facilitate an experience that only you can have. That's the whole purpose of me being a teacher, showing up, doing what I do. I'm here to just be me, but in this teaching aspect is totally different. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell you what you should feel or what you should know or see or any of that. It's just close your eyes, baby, and tune in, tap in, tap. It's really, truly about the inner experience, not the outer, not the mind. It's that true feeling, the tuning into all of your senses. One of the things that dropped in for me this morning was it's okay to be sensitive. And what is sensitivity? What is sensitive? To be sensitive. To be sensitive is to engage all of your senses. It means to be fully balanced in your mind, body, and soul, with engagement in the seeing, the tasting, the touching, the hearing, it's all inclusive. That's sensuality. That is the sensitivity. It takes on all of your senses and the spidey sense, the intuition. The thing is it's okay to be sensitive. It's when we become emotional that we're out of balance and we are irrational. We become irrational. We start to act like we don't care. And so this is the key here, is recognizing that you are meant to be a sensitive being. You are a sensitive being. The emotional being is the triggered, unhealed part of us that we're all striving to heal, right? So just a little whiz bite, whatever you want to call it, nugget. I love you. I'm gonna be there in about 5-10 minutes. What? Yay. So we've just finished the workshop. I had 5 beautiful ladies show up, and one of them you all know. Say hello.
Hello.
What are you drinking?
Say it again. I don't know.
Watermelon kombucha.
Kombucha.
So you all get to see me make it online. Now you get a witness. How is it?
It's really good.
Is it gone?
Yeah, just about.
And this is our beautiful Denise, who works over here at the desk. And she always gives me beautiful compliments. She said,
Lana makes the best kombucha, and that is why I now like kombucha. It's delicious.
thank you, honey.
Thank you. Love you.
This is such an amazing community. I'm telling you, if you've never been to Yoga Village, and even though you might not have made the workshop, how was the workshop?
It's awesome. Awesome.
How was that going?
Oh my God. Put me to sleep. A trance. I went to sleep. I started snoring. Yeah. I started snoring.
So Tom hasn't been to my class yet, but every once in a while I walk in after class and Tom says I float.
Like a butterfly.
Okay, y'all, I'm back home in the kitchen, prepping some nosh, sweet potatoes, and avocado, baby. I'm hangry. Brought back a special treat for Buddy. He's got a deer antler now, and he's excited about it. What's that? Is that yours? What's that? I think we have something to occupy his attention now. What? A Little Mermaid action. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. It's been a long day. I hope you all tune in for the next episode. Vlog episode 18. Feel it to heal it. I love you.